I'm making this video response to Hemant Mehta's 9 Things Churches Do Right. I'm not making this video response on the basis that I don't like Hemant, that I don't generally agree with Hemant's viewpoints, or that I think he's completely wrong about everything he says. I'm making this video response because I believe there are certain factors in his video that should be addressed or could be at least commented on. Your first point is absolutely valid, and I think we can agree here. You do realize these rules are literally the religious dogma, the dogma they get from their 2,000-year-old religious text. I don't debate that some humans do need some form of leadership, but this isn't an example of doing something right. Much like your first point, I do find myself agreeing here, but do also think that we can say we have this, at least to the degree of our online interactions. So while I agree, I would also say we are addressing this issue. Churches also have automatic tax-free status and the tacit societal support to ask for free will donations. Atheists or some atheist community have neither. Unless you have some proposals to equal the balance, churches will always enjoy this advantage. It is not a value for value equation if the value you're purchasing is to become a known member of the most stigmatized group of our time. Churches don't offer eternal value since eternity is outside of their jurisdiction. What they offer is promises based on finite hopes and fears. And yes, they are very good at this. That does not make it right. Church pastors tell great antidotes based on 2,000-year-old desert myths. Again, the ability to do a thing does not make it right. It also doesn't make it something we are not already doing. I'm sure most online atheists can list YouTube atheists with some great stories. The reason we are not trained to do so relates to my response to your fourth point. Atheism also has this branding, so I'm not sure if you're saying that we do not have it. But I think you'll have to admit that even you are one of these personalities of this atheist brand. They do. They know how to promote it, create it, and direct it. Not a good quality and not a technique required or advisable for atheism. The removal of baseless fears, yes, there if anywhere is where we should be focused. And outreach equals recruitment, and may I add through almost any means necessary. Pushing your fears on someone else to gain consensus is not doing something right. Atheism is self-promoting, and therefore recruiting for atheism is unnecessary. Being assholes to people who will always believe they are myths over observable reality is only accepting the reality of the circumstances. It has no effect on the results of the interaction.